And welcome to another episode of the WDWpov Live Stream Show, coming to you from downtown, not in Disney. Sorry we're not there, but we would love to be. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. I may or may not have a co-host joining me here, and I may or may not have a special guest on sometime later tonight. It's all up in the air. We had a last minute visitor, one of my daughters here. So she's here. So we may or may not have my co-host. And like I said, we may or may not have a special guest later tonight. That's not here. It's at some other place that's actually more magical than where I'm at. But anyway, let's see who is out there tonight. Let's see who we've got. We've got Katie. Katie's out there. How's it going? Facebook user. I'm not sure who this is. I can find out though. Let me do a little checking here. A little bit behind on my thing here. Let's see. Who is the OHIO person? We got to find out. I can't find it there. Anyway, whoever the Facebook user is, they're watching us from the group. So if you can go back to the description in the group, it will have a little link that's facebook.com/StreamYard. And if you pick that, click the link, it will let you be permitted, or you will permit StreamYard to put your name right there, right where it says Facebook user. Look at that. So if you get a chance, go back to that. Katie's out there. Hi, Katie. Looks like you're watching looks like you were on Facebook. Now you're on YouTube. So that's cool. We like our YouTube users out there. We're trying to figure out here. Marcus is here. Marcus is in the house.
You have to look at every comment. You realize that, right?
I do realize that, but I'm just, Mary is out there sharing. Thank you very much. I will turn that off now so it doesn't annoy you for the rest of the night.
What?
That scroll at the bottom here where it says that thing. That's actually...
Yeah, I know. It's for that one.
That's okay, though. You know what we could do if you want?
What?
I could take the mouse thing dongle for this and put it on here so that you can actually control this. Or I can invite you and you can actually be in StreamYard over here. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. What's the easiest way to do that?
I'm missing all the comments.
I am missing all the comments. Okay, so Mary's there. Katie's there. Let's see who else we got there. And like I said, Katie's watching from Facebook and YouTube, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of things up in the air, that's for sure. We're going to talk about tonight's topic are some recent news items from Disney, some good, some bad. Yeah, see, my guess is Hollywood Crawford. She's in Disney World right now. Steve, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I know she's there. But if she can come on the show tonight, it's going to be just sort of a last minute, hey, she's here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It was a very last minute invite. So, like I said, she's got lots to do. Personally, if I were at Disney right now, I wouldn't want to be on my show. Would you want to be on my show?
If I was at Disney?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be on the show.
Why would I waste my time going up here when I could be enjoying myself?
That's right. That's right. So Kelly's out there. Let's see.
You are so behind.
I know. I'm working on it. Kelly said, must give credit where it's due. I only say this one time. Congratulations. Your team deserves. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Yes, the Cleveland Browns. First time in 18 years that they've been in a playoff game.
Coincidence?
What's that?
I think not.
Why is
My
that?
birth stopped all of that.
True. Yeah. He would have been born just a few weeks before that. So here's the other thing. It was 1994, I think, was the last playoff victory that the Browns had. So that's going back 94, 2014, 17 years roughly. So yeah, great game. I was glad to watch that last night. Let's see. Am I too? That Facebook user still out there saying hi, Jeff. That's good. Hello.
They're saying it's Bill.
That is Bill. Okay. So Bill, if you get a chance, jump back out, go to the link, click on it, let StreamYard see who you are, and then we'll be able to see your name right there. So, okay, I'm gonna scoot through these here. Okay. Good evening, WDWpov. Yes, absolutely. Hop over to WDWpov page. You can watch it from there as well, as Mary's saying. That way you don't have to give permission. StreamYard just automatically pops your name up. It doesn't care. It just does it. So, yes, the King is gracing us with his presence right here. Glad to have him. Absolutely glad to have him. Like I said, my daughter came for a late dinner, and so she's down there, visiting. So, what is that E thing? What was that from last week? What was that?
That was Thursday.
That was Thursday. That's right. Thanks, Mary. Okay, do you want to explain what E means?
No.
You don't?
Not really.
Why not?
Because they can just go watch the thing from Thursday at a Mother's Random Thoughts.
How many people do you think are going to go back to a previous stream and look for that?
9%.
Okay. Well, if you grace us for the description, or maybe Mary will explain it because you won't do it. I'm listening to you on my TV through YouTube, but commenting and coming in on Facebook. That's cool.
You just keep letting the comments pile up.
I am trying to get through them.
You don't have to do.
And
all
Becky,
of them.
Becky did it perfectly. Becky, we can see your name.
You don't.
You're good to go.
Have to do every comment.
Yes, Mary, she is at CRT, and possibly after dinner, maybe she can jump on for a few minutes just to give us a quick report on how things are going with her trip. Definitely better than being here. But the Browns last night did at least make life interesting last night. I call myself a diehard Cleveland fan, and
yes, we get it.
Typically every year I die a little harder, but this year made up for a lot of that. Thank you, Browns, for beating the Steelers and having to go to Kansas instead of Baltimore. Okay. Yeah. We took that load off of the Ravens. So yeah, you're welcome, Steve. Oh my goodness. 26 years, 26, 27, depends on, I guess, if you look at, because we're in 2021 now, and that was 94. So I guess that technically would be 27. Unless it happened, I think it was like, yeah, whatever. It's a long time though, a long time of suffering. Callum's out here. How's it going, Callum?
Only probably like 10 minutes ago.
I know. I'm catching up. It has to be 27. Yeah, 21. Yep. 94.20. Okay. Yes, I think it's 27. It could be 26 depending on when it was exactly. But we're going to go with 27 because it's been just a long time of suffering for us Cleveland fans. What's for dinner? I'm eating popcorn. Oh my goodness. No, we had a little more than popcorn. We had it was. Am I going to give a plug?
You see, you're never going to get to the actual topic of the
gonna
show
get to the
if
actual
you
topic.
only keep responding to nothing but comments.
Mo Timlin. Mo, are you here? Is that actually you? You could be the mystery Facebook. If you're in the group watching our show, if you go back to the description, there will be a link near the bottom of it. It'll say something like, to give StreamYard permission to see your name, click the link, and it's facebook.com/StreamYard. You click it, and it immediately takes effect. You jump right back to the stream. Happens just like that. And then we get to see your name right there. But hey, Mo, nice to see you. Nice to see you in the chat tonight. Yeah, we're going to be talking. I'm just going to give you the mouse. You take over. You take over the comments, okay?
I'm not going to mention any of them.
Go ahead. Facebook user is here. T9, yes, T9 is here. Okay. Katie says she's going to be going in February. We're going to maybe you could do a little live with us on that day. Let's see. Steve says, I just think technically the Cleveland Browns could be playing the Ravens, who are the old Cleveland Browns. That would be weird. Yeah. Because technically the Ravens are the old Cleveland Browns when they moved out of Cleveland. So T9, it looks like they had some hamburgers. I think tomorrow night's going to be our Taco Tuesday night. So if anyone wants to come over, we're having tacos. Yeah, this is good. Good. We're getting a good report on everybody's food for tonight. So, okay.
Mary, I did not ignore all comments.
He didn't.
I just don't spend 5 minutes highlighting one.
But see, it's fun. It's fun. Anyway, here's the deal, gang. So we got some topics to talk about. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. I'm going to have to get
No,
there.
you're not.
What's that? No, you're not what?
Coming over for
Mary,
tacos.
she could. Just give us a little advance warning. Just let us know for sure. Are you going to blow something up?
Everyone probably hears me downstairs and they're thinking, what's going on?
Yeah, they're going to be running up the stairs thinking I'm dying up here or something.
What is the topic?
What is the topic? The topic, just general stories and news about.
Does anybody
some-
really know what the topic is? Does anybody
really
care?
No, I can't imagine why. No time enough
We
to
need to do a
cry.
parody
Yeah,
song
we're
now.
gonna have to do some Chicago songs one night. Okay. Yes. So Disney's trying to take over the media storm.
Trying
my
and failing.
God. Well, this is a good time to announce things because there's so much other garbage going on. Just, hey, let's throw this out there so nobody cares right now. Okay, so we've got some good news. There's some good news.
Yeah, so now that you're dying, will you check off this this F I got from my teacher?
There is some good news. I'm going to say that. There is some good news coming out of Disney. Okay? So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. I'm going to pull out my
Just get to it.
extensive notes here, right there.
Just get to it so
Okay.
I can.
So I'm going to give you some good stuff, okay? Just what is the good news? Thank you, Mary. You came right on time to give us that. Okay, here's some good news. I also have on the back here is a January schedule of things that I'm going to try and post about. So thanks to my wife, my lovely wife, who put a nice list together.
Let's see what the news is.
Here's some news. This is our point of view eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay. As you can tell, our show tonight is extremely well prepared. So
This banner should not be on.
I thought I turned that off.
Maybe I accidentally clicked it on. at
You
some
must have
point.
clicked it back on something. Anyway,
Yes,
we will be getting to that topic.
We are not talking about.
We will
bad
get to
news.
that. That will be probably the last of our. We'll do the good news first. We'll
You
do the
should get
good
that
news.
checked out.
Let's do those eyes again. Put them right on my face. That'd be good.
It doesn't fit.
There we go.
It doesn't fit.
I just gotta get a little closer. A little more. That's good. Okay. Some good news. We do have some good news. Okay. This we talked about it a little bit last week. Florida residents, if you happen to live in Florida, you got a good deal. For about $50 a day, you get a 4-day pass. And it costs $200 for a 4-day pass. If you're a Florida resident, $50 a day. Not a bad deal. Okay, that's one piece of good news. For us people who don't live in Florida,
It's bad news.
tough rocks. Okay. Photo pass. This one's sort of good and bad, okay? This one's sort of good and bad. Let me take this for a second here. Okay, so you got the photo pass, which they've got a deal going on with that right now. Basically, you're able to, I think it's like you can get a single day photo pass and the second day is free. That's one of the things. Okay, so that's good. That's a good thing. Let's see if I can get to it real quickly here. Yeah, here we go. So, Disney memories, you get they got some extra things with the photo pass. They've got some deals with the photo pass. Here's my complaint about it, though. This is what you get. Get a bunch of masked members of your family. So, I don't know. I'm a little torn on this one. You got some good
That
deals.
girl does not look happy.
Yeah, she doesn't. That girl down there. Let's see if we can play this one.
Don't play it. Wow, so happy.
Yep, that girl is not a happy camper. But you get a deal on it. Okay, so that's
How much is that?
good news, bad news. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Mary knows probably, but I didn't look it up. But you get one
Yep,
day, you
Mary
get
does
second day
not.
free. What's that? What'd she say? When I did that picture, some annoying people ruined it. Are you serious? Oh, that's a special picture too. The old zoom in and out from the castle, or with the castle in the background. That's a good one. So that's, I guess, a little good news and bad news. Now let's move on to another item.
Well, I can see from your point of view how that's just all bad. It's all bad news.
Okay, here's another good piece of news. Okay, talked about this a little bit, I think, last week. If you get a 4-day, 3-night, whatever it is, 4 something, 3 something.
One day, $69.
What's that? The photo pass thing?
Sounds like it.
Okay. Yeah, let me-
$69.99, I'm sure.
if you like doing virtual run Disney tours, that's going
I
now.
don't like doing normal ones, so
Of course not.
why would I want to do it?
They have a deal though right now. So if you get, I think you get a 4-day park ticket, you get 2 extra days for free. Okay, that's not a bad deal. That's a good thing, and that goes until I think September 25th or something like that. So if you time it just right, you could like sort of weasel your way into getting the 2 extra park pass days, park tickets. If you put your trip where you have, like, say, the 24th, 25th or something like that, you fall into this discount, and then you stay until October 1st, which we all know what October 1st is, the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So you could sort of weasel your way if you
Why
could.
is Tina putting 4 plus 2?
Right, because it's 4 days. You get 4-day park ticket with your room, and they give you 2 extra days, 2 extra park days. So that's not a bad deal. And I think T9 might have done that actual trick there, where you can sort of like, even though the deal ends on, I think, the 25th or 26th, because you sort of can squeeze it out so it goes until the anniversary date. So yeah, that's a good deal. What's Kim saying there? I'm trying to share you, but there's no share button. Okay, Kim, here's the deal. And this is annoying to me. It's extremely annoying. If you go over to our Facebook page, which is where we always used to post this from, you can share it away. No problems. If you're looking at us from our Facebook group, which is where you're probably at right now, because it's a private group and not a public group, Facebook will not let anyone share it out. Now, here's the other fun thing. Probably about 5 or 6 months ago, you could change a private group to a public group, which I was going to do here in the last couple of weeks for this main reason, because people can't share out if we post over to the group. Here's the deal, though. Facebook decided sometime in the last, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 months. I don't know when the policy changed. It used to be if you had less than 5,000 members in your group, you could change from private to public. It would send out a little message to everybody in the group and say, hey, WDWpov just changed from private to public. And then you could decide, do I want to stay in this group? Do I want to leave? What do I want to do? Facebook took that option away. Now you cannot, even if you just have one member in the group, you can't change your group from private to public. They just completely took that feature away. So anyway, that's the long and short of it, Kim. So if you want to share it, you're going to have to jump over to our page and then share it from there. Your other option is, yeah, that's about it. It's goofy. I don't get it. And I think I did share it out to your Now That's Disney group. So it's there. I don't know if you can share it from a share. Not sure, because it was shared from the page to your group. So if your group, which I believe yours is a public group, you might be able to share it from there as well. Yeah, very confusing. So
can we continue with the?
We can continue with it. We continue with the. But I wanted to talk about that because that is annoying. It's annoying. You ask for people to share it, and then they can't. It's very confusing. Okay, so 2 extra park days, not a bad deal. The Farts Festival of the Arts started on January 8th, just a few days ago. That's nice news. That's a fun little festival. We've been to it a couple of times. We were there during its inaugural year when it started. It was a little smaller. Then they grew it a little bit. Then they grew it a little bit. No, I'm not so sure. Because I haven't been there this year to see how it compares to previous years. I don't know the size of this year's Festival of the Arts. Food and wine, yes. Yes.
Mostly food.
Yes. Well, yeah. For us anyway. But they do have some good wine too.
Because we don't like to waste all of our money.
Well, there's a way to work around some of that stuff. You use like snack credits and stuff like that.
Well, why would you want to use snack credits on alcohol?
I'm not sure if you can. I know you can use it on the food. I'm not sure if you can use it on
No, I'm not
the wine.
talking about the food. I'm saying the people who go around the countries and waste all their money on nothing but alcohol.
Well, when you get drunk at Disney,
you go through 5 stands. That's not even like half the countries, and you're already drunk.
Some people, yes. Other people, maybe not. Katie says it's gotten a little bigger.
Probably over the years.
Yeah. But yeah, so this year was my question mark. I didn't know whether it got bigger this year or whether because of.
I doubt they made it bigger on purpose, if anything.
Because of that thing that I don't want to talk about.
Something that you can't even mention because, yes, there's a Mario game with an area, but you can't say it now.
Oh, yeah.
Because YouTube will censor you.
Yes. What basically the crown
it came out to
the thing named after a crown
like 15 years before. No, not even 15, more than 15, 17. And you can't say the name of the area. So, okay. Kim says that, yes, you can share it from Now That's Disney, which is where I shared it to. And yeah, that's weird. It's weird. That's T9 saying, I have never been drunk at Disney ever. Not once, not never, or not ever.
Probably not ever.
But yeah, Kim, it's so confusing though, and I hope Facebook changes the policy so we can change our group settings again and maybe go from private to public, which will allow that stuff to be shared. And then people can decide, if they don't want to be in a, there are some advantages to being in a private group versus a public group. And that's one of the things. You can't share out of it. And some people want to have a group that's private and nobody can share out of. Like some church groups do that sometimes. They'll have basically just whoever members of the church are in the group. It's a private group, or other reasons where you want to have things private and not, be having people just sharing stuff out all over the place. But let's get my 21st birthday. I went drinking around the world. I hope you didn't get too drunk though. I mean, if you just do it in moderation, that's okay.
I don't think my 21st birthday will be spent doing any of that.
But you do remember some of the times Food and Wine though. We avoid Epcot during Food and Wine, usually on Saturdays.
Usually at night.
Yeah, usually Friday, Saturday night. We avoid that place like the plague because we have seen quite a few people who did a little bit too much of the wine part of it. So
it's probably not even wine.
Well, it's something. It's something to get them right.
Wow.
Okay.
Continue.
We can continue. So Festival of the Arts is...
I might just send my replacement up in here.
Okay, so it opened this past week,
Before
January 8th.
I mentioned that thing that I talked about earlier.
And the Foodie Guide. The Foodie Guide was released on the Disney Parks blog, which is a cool thing. So... yeah, what's Mary saying there? Yeah. People overly intoxicated and acting like idiots. Yeah, sort of like the guy who decided to climb up the Mexico Pavilion. Hey, this looks fun. T9 says, I drink around the world every food and wine festival. We buy one glass at each stand that we want to try. We take a sip and taste it, move on to the next. See, that's fine.
It's not like a waste of.
As long as you're not
at
just.
that point. How big are those sips?
They're usually just little sampler cups, things like that.
If you're getting drunk off of those,
they're sort of like flights, almost like flight cup size things.
I've done flights once. It was hot chocolate.
Oh, that's right. We did do a hot chocolate flight once. Oh my goodness. Talk about chocolate overload. Whew. That was at Hershey, PA. Was it the Hershey Museum?
Yep.
That was fun. That was fun.
Better
And we
than
got to make our own chocolate too. That was
better
fun.
than the amusement park.
We got to wear those
everyone remembers when that guy was climbing on the Mexico Pavilion.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
If I say you're drunk to that guy, it would not be a compliment.
Okay, so Festival of the Arts, more good news. We're getting to the bad news here shortly. Here's another one. Okay, this is a mixed bag now. I'm going to jump back over to the screen because this is what I feel like what Disney sort of did today. They made a couple of announcements. They tried to divert a few things. Let's do this. It was their article on the Disney Parks blog website. Becky lives about an hour away from Hershey. We're probably more like 3 or 4, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had a good time there. A lot of fun stuff to do around, not just the park. I mean, other stuff outside of the park. Okay, so here's what Disney did. I'm going to jump down to the good news sort of portion first, the tricky part. Mary is 2 hours away. Okay, maybe we're going to have a meet and greet there. Okay, let's do this here. Let's get this on here. Look ahead. I'm going to share this out. There we go.
Yes, this is how we measure distance now. Hours from Hershey.
Hours from Hershey, yes.
Hours from Hershey, PA. This is how we measure distance.
Okay, so here are some of okay, so above the article here, okay, above at the top of this article, I got to point the right way, is the stuff we'll get to here in a second. But what they did then is said, okay, we're announcing this, but look at these nice things that we're going to talk about. Okay, now available, return of the park hopper option. It's 2.5 hours from Hershey. Just, oh my goodness. Yeah, Becky says, yeah, it could be worse places to measure from. Anyway, so the park hopper is back. It's not the real park hopper though, gang. It's a little bit of a modified park hopper. Can only switch parks at 2 o'clock or later in the afternoon. And since the parks aren't really open really, really late, is it worth it? I don't know. And
T9's got a bird in her purse.
what's that? I'm far away from Hershey, but I have a dove in my purse. Okay. That you better let it out. I hope it's not suffocating in your purse, Mary. Your T9. Oh. So, park hopper, sort of good, maybe not so good. Special vacation offer. This is the one I talked about earlier. Buy 4-night, 3-day room package, and they will give you 2 additional days, park days or whatever. And it's from, it goes through September 25th. So like I said, I think if you have it booked where you're arriving before the 25th or on the 25th, but your trip extends past it, I think you're still good to go, and you can take advantage of that little deal. Okay. They also have this is new, sort of, the early theme park entry. Okay, early theme park entry, what we used to know as extra magic hours. Okay, you remember extra magic hours, right? Before they took them away. Extra magic hours.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the park like an hour or 2 early or an hour late, or sometimes it was extended even more than an hour. Sometimes it was a couple hours. Didn't cost you anything.
Or you could stay at the Magic Kingdom till like 2 a.m.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, there were times where they had extra magic hours, like at the Magic Kingdom.
And then they had to reset everything for 2 hours later.
It closed at noon, and then, closed at noon, closed at midnight, and you'd be there till like 1, 2 in the morning, something like that. Or closed at 11, you're there till midnight or 1 o'clock.
And then they do it all over again at like 5 in the morning.
That's right. And then they start it all up again. So what they're doing, it's sort of extra magic hour-ish. You have to be at one of the Disney resorts. Gives you a little bit of an incentive.
EMH-esque.
EMH-esque. Okay.
Well, Mary just...
oh, I'm sorry.
Mary did it first.
Yeah. And also, it's a start as far as park hopping. So yeah, I'll keep working towards it. But yeah, EMH-esque, I guess, sort of like. Kim's saying we're not late people, but love the early magic. Yeah. And, you'd get there extra early. There's nobody there. You'd jump on, a whole bunch of rides and stuff before anyone's even getting into the park for the most part. And it was nice. It was really nice. But this thing, the early theme park entry is 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute thing. Now, it's a little unique, though, because it's 30 minutes. It's for every park every day.
So
is it extra magic? I don't know. I mean, because everybody who's at a resort technically could come in that 30 minutes early.
Now, is this just going to be for celebrating the 50th anniversary? And then it's back to...
Well, here's the way here's what's happening. Because extra magic hours, fireworks, all the fun stuff, they've had to pull back because it draws too big of a crowd. So if you're encouraging a bunch of people to pile in all at once, or you're encouraging a bunch of people to leave all at once after a fireworks show, or everybody gathers together waiting for a scheduled parade instead of these little mini parades they're doing now, they're trying to avoid that. Obviously, because of that crown, that thing that's named after a crown.
Mm-hmm. It's existed for so much longer, but
that the common cold is, but also a number of other things are. So this is an attempt to at least give you sort of extra magic hours. It's at all 4 parks every day. If you're at a resort, you have to have a reservation for that park for that day. But this, in a way, will sort of maybe help spread out the rush of people all coming. Let's say the park opens at 9. it's going to avoid the rush of everybody showing up at 9 and maybe spread it out from like 8:30 to 9 if you're a resort guest. So in a way, yeah. What? Yes, Kim said about the morning hours. T9 is, all I know is there will be no park runs under the current conditions. Yes. And half magic. It's sort of a half magic thing, I guess. It's extra half magic hours. So Kelly's saying, so the 10,000 people who are staying at resorts are all going to have these hours, they're not going to be doing anything at all before the 30 minutes is up. I mean, fortunately, it's not everybody in the entire Florida area will be doing it, just the resort guests. So it's still a lot of people, but it's spread out through all 4 parks. So instead of extra magic hours at Magic Kingdom and everybody rushes over to do that, it's extra magic. Well, not extra magic. It's early theme park entry at all 4 parks. So I think their idea is they're hoping it'll spread it out. So you don't have a big rush of everybody at one place all at one time. Callum says, all the parks were as before. It was always a waste of time because it was too busy. There was only one park. Yeah. So
there was usually 2 parks that had extra magic hours every day.
Except I think usually what it was is like the one park would have it in the morning.
And then the other one would have it at night.
Yeah. And then what we would do and what probably, 90% of everyone else did, hey, let's do the extra magic hours at Magic Kingdom. And then we'll shut down at, Epcot or vice versa, whatever it happened to be that day. So we'll see. I mean, they're at least trying. They're trying to move in the right direction. They're trying to bring some stuff back. That's right. Mary was just recently
move on with the next bad news or whatever you have.
So now we get to some of this was good news. Some of this was
get to the bad news.
Good and bad. Kelly says not very magical. Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
That's just modern Disney at this point.
Okay, so here is the bad news. And I know everybody out here in the audience probably already knows what this bad news is. But let's see. Let me do this. I'm going to share this screen. I'm going to do that. I actually already had it shared and I could have just grabbed it and I screwed up. Yep.
You're wasting time.
Yep, I'm wasting time. Here's the bad news, gang. And I know most of you already know this. But yeah, Callum's saying, it's a positive start. I mean, they're trying. They're trying. I mean, going to have to try and reintroduce things in a way that's not going to draw too big of a crowd, but still give some kind of a little bit of extra bonus for people. So Mary says this bad news doesn't affect her. It really doesn't affect us a whole lot either, Mary. Our family, I think, has used this service twice over the years because we usually drive to Disney. There was one time that my wife and I flew down there, just the 2 of us. It was an odd event because we always have the kids on these trips, but it was a conference that we were down there for. So it's just the 2 of us. We flew down, took the Magical Express from the airport. So convenient. Took the Express that, already had the bags loaded up, drove us right to our resort. Bags were unloaded. Perfect. No problem. And then one other time, our daughter flew in while we were there, and she took the Magical Express and met us at the park. Actually met us at Epcot. That was pretty cool. Or no, met us at Beach Club. And then we walked over to Epcot. So 2022, January 1st, 2022, they are going to be, I'll give you that. They are going to be eliminating the Magical Express, or what some people call the Tragical Express, especially when you're taking it back to the airport because you didn't want to be on that bus because that meant your trip was over. But for people who are flying, and a lot of people fly, it's going to be a big deal. Now, I'm not going to read the comments But if you go to this article on the Disney parks, disney.go.com, what's that?
I'm guessing backlash, extreme backlash.
Let's go down here just a minute, shall we?
You didn't say you were reading them.
I'm not reading them.
You said you weren't reading them.
I'm not reading them, but I'm going to just scroll down through them so you can get an idea how many.
Wait.
Let's say not so positive comments have been left about this topic.
I noticed several big mistakes. Let's go back to my favorite part. Shall we?
Oh my goodness. What's Kim saying? Yeah, we always use Magical Express as part of the magic, but we have just got a cab too. Yeah, so I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Just
I get
to
it
already.
But here's the deal. I mean, and a lot of people. Okay, so we're going to skim down through here. Let's see how many. No, terrible idea. Unbelievable. Terrible decision. Please reconsider. Please reconsider. End of Magical. So disappointing. Disney, please. There goes my free DD, whatever. Such a sad decision. This is horrible. Oh, do you realize more people rent cars? Blah blah blah, and they go on about this.
Oh, that.
What's that?
This person's got it.
Horrible. Okay, let's see. What this one here?
Yeah.
What's this? That's cool. Instead of the Magical Express, we can just use the minivan. Oh, wait.
I said that earlier.
You did. He actually said something about, people can use it. Oh, you can't. Are you sure you didn't leave that comment as Nicholas?
No, I'm sure I didn't. I don't look at Disney Parks blog.
This is a deal breaker for us. Reasons why this is a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons. Pretty well written. Please reconsider. Just mirroring the thoughts of other people. Please reconsider the loss. I'm going to agree with pretty much every comment here. I truly hope this is.
You guys have funded all special services that might make any perks of coming through this way actually worthwhile.
And the comments just continue and continue and continue. And there we go. And then you can click on older comments because there's still more that are there. So as you can see,
there are no gruntled people at the Disney Parks blog right now.
No gruntled people, just the disgruntled ones, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
That wasn't the joke. I was being serious.
I know you were being serious. What does gruntled mean, actually?
Happy. Good conditions.
Okay.
Feel fine.
So
that's where disgruntled came from.
You just learned something new here. Not Disney related, but
even though The Office plays it to make Michael Scott look dumb when he says it.
Yes. But yes, disgruntled means you're not gruntled. So there are a lot of not gruntled people.
Steve thinks that is going to cost.
What's that?
I don't know.
Is going to
have a train that will take you to.
You know what? I wondered about that, Steve. Yeah, they are going to have a train that'll get you to downtown Disney or Disney Springs.
Vocabulary with Marcus 101. Yes, Mary, you will learn all the vocabulary from me.
This kid knows it all, and he knows Japanese too. If you ever need something, and you know a lot of Japanese. Come on, don't sell yourself short here. He actually has a Japanese cookbook that. What, for Christmas?
Last I knew, DD meant designated driver.
Ah, thank you for that, Becky. Yeah.
Don't like to take luggage to Disney Springs.
Yeah, I know. That would be see, I know they're going to have this train coming in a couple of years.
Are they partnering with Elon Musk to build it?
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, exactly. Would you want to have to go there to Disney Springs, and then you got to take your bags off the train, put them on a bus, and then go to your resort? That's not very magical. Not at all. Yeah, Magical Express keeps people on property. Exactly, Steve. That's actually a lot of the comments that are on the Disney Parks blog.
Maybe it's vocabulary 102.
Some of the comments on the Parks blog article are just exactly that. They're saying, you really should think about this, because if I got a car, I can just drive out and get a cheap meal somewhere off property. I could get out of the bubble.
Why would I rent a car and then waste all of the money only going on property when I have the car that can take me anywhere I want?
Exactly. I mean, if people are going to spend the money on a rental, they're going to take advantage of it.
Why would I spend all the money to get a quick Uber or Lyft driver to take me off property, and then I have to get another one to take me back?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
as you can see right there, the demographic had thoughts. They responded.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could definitely cheaper off property, like Mary mentioned. And actually in the comments, that was one of the...
this is the thing.
Things. Are you gruntled or disgruntled right now?
Oh, I'm very gruntled that people are finally seeing the light. How these people never used Ubers. We live in an area that doesn't require it, and we have our own car.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why would we want a stranger to drive us somewhere?
We actually, in our area where we live, very few people do Uber or Lyft or any of those things. I've used them a few times when I go to some larger cities and I don't have a rental car, or if it's just more convenient, rather than being in a parking garage and having to get the car out.
I've never really been to an airport, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can Uber. Steve says you can Uber or Lyft from the airport. I don't know what that would cost exactly, but again, here we are. We're talking about another.
But I was saying, in comparison to if you were going to have a rental car to go off property with, you aren't having to get an Uber to get back.
Right. You could
just get the rental car that you have.
You have complete flexibility.
You don't have to.
You can come and go as you want.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wait for somebody to come pick you up or drive you someplace. If I have a car, I can buy cheaper souvenirs off property, and I can go to the grocery. Yeah, we usually do that, actually.
Let's look at this in an economic sense.
No, we do. I mean, what's the first thing we do when we get to Disney? We get to the park. We get to the resort.
Remember, if you have a rental car, you have to pay parking.
True. And that was another thing that some people commented about on there. They were complaining, saying, okay, now we got to pay for parking. Is that going to offset the cost of going off property to eat? So many things.
I think he means Ubers and not users, but yeah, I get the idea.
From UK resident, Ubers are amazing. We had
but rental cars have been very highly priced lately. Sure. Here's the thing. Let's look at this in an economic standpoint. You, as the consumer, can say,
Gaston. That's what you could say.
You can say, as the consumer, if we're looking at this from an economic standpoint, or even, just a real world standpoint, I am firing this company. I will no longer give them my business. That is how you tell companies to change.
Mary's saying DVC does not pay for parking. There are advantages to certain things there. Part of the magic is don't have a car, because you're sort of locked in that bubble, like we were sort of saying. And don't leave Disney property. That's part of the magic. Drive enough. Kim, I mean, that is when we drive there, we rarely go off property when we're there, just because we want to stay in that bubble. But there are times where we'll go off property. We will get some groceries, or we'll get some toiletry items, or we'll go buy stuff,
Because if you were to buy every Mickey Mouse shaped thing in existence, you would go broke. Every edible Mickey Mouse shaped thing in existence.
Hey, don't mess with my Mickey bars.
I wasn't talking about those. I meant the stuff that they sell in stores, like, at the Polynesian Resort and whatnot.
What's Steve saying rental car prices have really gone up over the last couple of years. $50 or $60 Uber or Lyft from the airport to Disney and back. It's not too bad. Considering what you'd pay for a rental car.
Yeah, and when you have a car, you don't have to deal with, like, say, a bus or something, other type of public transportation taking you to all these other places, or having to wait for it to show up.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things too, though, is even when we do. This Magical Express thing, a lot of people not happy about it. But when we drive,
they were going to the airport or flying, so they couldn't take a car with them anyway.
When we drive, now they charge for parking, except if you're a DVC member, like Mary said. But driving really was such an advantage for us because, we could go off property if we wanted to. We really didn't.
But
much.
You also don't have to rely on the public transportation infrastructure they have
inside of Disney
to take you to the specific place you wanted to go, but make 5 stops on the way there.
Right. We would save the time from going, let's say, to Port Orleans Riverside, walking from our room over to the bus stop, waiting for the bus. There was one time, I was so mad. We got there plenty of time to be able to do a rope drop. And by the time, it was almost an hour before the bus came. It was good 45 plus minutes to an hour. And I was just boiling. Boylan. I was just
Yeah, you don't have to worry about which hotel you're going to go to if you want to go to a specific restaurant. Mary's saying right here.
Right. Exactly. And the goofy thing was that we had our car with us. We had our minivan. And for whatever reason, I was like, let's take the bus. We haven't taken a bus for so long. Let's just take the bus and it'll take us right to Magic Kingdom. We'll be cool. No problem. No, took an hour.
Love it or not, I'm guessing that.
Yeah, probably. Love it or
I did
not.
not like them announcing Cheap Pack as the CEO. Yes, it does save time. Steve, those are fighting words.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Yes, cheaper is not always better.
So what do you guys think? It sounds like some of you are maybe going to be affected. Some of you may
So
not.
is that the last of the good and bad news?
That's really the last of the good and bad news.
Do you want me to talk about my conspiracy theory?
Go right ahead. But if you have comments though about
They're going to
what you
keep
think,
talking about rental cars.
keep talking about it. He's going to go off on a conspiracy theory which has nothing to do with Disney.
Oh,
What's that? I waited an hour for the bus. Katie saying, when I stayed at Shades of Green. Oh my God.
what?
I just took my car to Hollywood Studios. Yeah. I mean, we take the car, boom, we just drive right there.
Cheaper is good in marriage.
Who's the Facebook?
I don't know.
Who's that Facebook?
We were we were on
is,
property.
is that Mo? Mo, is that you again?
No, we were on property at one of the bus stops, and like 3 buses for a different place showed up, going to different places than we wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Over and over, and we just
and
kept sitting there.
It
waiting.
was like 40 minutes before the bus for the place we actually wanted to go to showed up.
Yeah, it was like, here's another Epcot bus. Here's a Hollywood Studios bus. Here's an Animal Kingdom bus.
I thought a bus for the same place.
Oh yeah, repeatedly.
Showed up
Here's another Epcot bus. Here's another.
That's not the place we want to go.
We're trying to go to Magic Kingdom. Can't they get us a stinking bus over here? And we just sat there.
Oh, Facebook user says, "Hey guys, sorry for coming late." So it's a new Facebook.
Oh, it's
user.
a new Facebook user. Okay, we got to figure out who this Facebook user is. Hold on a second.
No, wait, that old Facebook user might be Mo, but the one that says "Hey guys" might be a new one.
It could be. It could be 2 different Facebook users.
Yeah, Steve, exactly. You can go off property and eat at local restaurants. It's still more expensive than what you would pay at home restaurants, but it's still cheaper than eating at a resort or parks.
Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can jump over to our group to see. Oh, look at here's my couple of my granddaughters on Facebook. Give me 1 second here. I want to try and find out who this Facebook user is.
Sheila Sanders.
Sheila. Okay, Sheila's there. So Sheila, you know the drill. If you here we go.
Why'd you do that? Why did you do that?
I just wanted to see who the Facebook user was. Nice to see you, Sheila. Sheila from Monorail Tales, by the way.
See, I don't care for buses.
Doing a lot of fun podcasts. Sometimes a little risque, from what I'm hearing.
I don't care for.
But no, good stuff. Lots of fun, family-friendly fun. What's that?
I don't care for buses.
Me either. I mean, there have been times. Well, actually, it was you and Jack. I think it was Jack. The one trip, he was just completely gone for the day. We had done one of those probably extra magic hour nights, and we were at Magic Kingdom till the end. We closed the place down, and we got on a bus, and it was jam-packed. And I'm standing there. He actually was standing next to my leg. He was standing there, and he fell asleep while he was standing. And I'm like looping my arm underneath him, trying to hold his weight up so he doesn't fall. Then I end up picking him up, and I slung him over. And, he wasn't young at this point. He's pretty heavy. You would think maybe somebody would say, "Hey, fella, you're an old guy, old geezer. Why don't you have my seat for a little bit?" No. Every man for themselves. So I was stuck holding him the whole time, and I'm swaying back and forth on the bus. I couldn't, put my arm up to brace myself, So maybe that's a good thing, because if you do the Magical Express, you got to take a bus or you got to take regular transportation within Disney. just rent a car, be done with it, or drive. Just drive yourself.
There are alternatives to busing.
Who's the BOMO out there? The BOMO is watching over from YouTube land. Thanks for watching. King of the bus. King of the bus. You put that up, right? Okay, good.
It should come up over here.
Cool. I did that a little too slow. Cool.
Maybe it came up over
there. We go. King of the bus. Okay,
they should be seeing it now.
Yeah, it's delayed over here on our screen, but yeah, so nice to see you, BOMO.
But it's
so far. T9, remember, you take the RV, you swing by our house, we put our luggage in, we load up into your RV, and I will drive probably 16 to 17 of the 18 to 19 hour drive. Okay. I'm good at that. I drive almost the entire way down and the entire way back when we go on our Florida trips. My wife will usually give me about a 1 to 2 hour break somewhere in there as we're driving. We drive through the night and we're there. That's all there is to it. We start like about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We drive down. We get to, I think it's Beckley, West Virginia. There's a couple of restaurants there. There's an Outback and there's a Japanese hibachi restaurant. We usually stop at one of those like around 9 o'clock or so that night, 9 or 10. We eat a nice meal and then we keep on driving and we get to Disney the next late morning-ish.
Extend the Skyliner.
Yes, the Skyliner, Sheila, I think they should extend it right to our house. That's where it should go. Right in the backyard here. Right here. In fact, this could be a loading spot right here. There's a window right here. We have a deck out in the back. We could just add a few steps to it or something.
And then people will randomly just end up at our house after a 5-day journey on the Skyliner.
And they can join us for Taco Tuesday.
If they even end up here on a Tuesday. They might end up here when we're gone.
Or maybe you could do like a...
Wouldn't that mean we have to have a cast member standing out there at all times?
Yeah, they'd probably be doing this at our side window over here, doing the 2-finger pointing thing. That works.
Yes, just in case you got sent to the Moliterno's house, we've provided you with emergency rations and a heating option instead of fans.
So yeah, extend the Skyliner. That's a good idea. I could go for that.
Flights are ridiculous. Yes, they are.
T9, the RV takes a lot of gas, and I'd rather have.
Wants to hear my conspiracy theory.
Well, we're going to get to that. You want to talk about it? Go ahead. He's got a conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. So go for it.
The Mandalorian.
Wait. Steven Sanders?
Can't be.
What rock did they get you out from under, Steve? Man, got everybody out here tonight. But the flights are $70 round trip. Well, that's a good deal. But then when you got round trip is excellent, but that you're down farther south. Us would probably be a little more expensive. Plus, when you multiply it by 4 or 5 people, it gets a little expensive. But yeah, I don't think we'd be able to find anything for $70. If we could find a flight for $70, okay, we'll do it. Okay, okay, go ahead. Conspiracy theory.
The Mandalorian.
Yes, it is Disney related. I'm sorry, it is somewhat Disney related because the Mandalorian is obviously Disney.
I was talking to you earlier. How did you? I told all of this to you earlier.
I don't know. Go on.
The Mandalorian is a ripoff of Metroid.
I don't know Metroid. He's going to explain this whole thing here.
Okay. Super armor-clad bounty hunter is contracted by possibly evil intergalactic federation to find a baby of a species that is rarely seen and bring it back to them.
Sounds like the Mandalorian.
And it's a baby of said species that the bounty hunter grows a connection with. And the baby saves them on numerous occasions.
Mary would like to know what is Metroid.
It is a Nintendo series that is not very often seen anymore.
A Nintendo series?
Franchise.
Or a Nintendo game?
Well,
was it a series
of
or
games? There's been more than 5.
I know Metroid was a game series, Nintendo game series.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the main character's name?
Samus.
Samus. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Not Metroid,
that. Right.
like most people would assume.
No, the name of the person is not Metroid. What? See, that's a difference right there. Mandalorian show, the main character is the Mandalorian.
What? They both start with an M.
Metroid. Yeah. It sounds like an exact rip-off copy of Metroid.
Well, let's see. At some point, the possibly evil intergalactic federation does experiments on said baby species
childlike
thing.
thing.
Except the
look who's here.
The main differentiation is main difference is instead of the possibly evil intergalactic federation, space pirates experiment on the baby Metroid.
Our special guest looks like they've arrived. What's that?
Space pirates kidnap and do experiments on the baby Metroid.
So it does sound like Metroid is a lot like the Mandalorian as far as the storyline goes, but you're saying Metroid, since it was around a lot longer.
Well, it was around in the 90s.
In the 90s.
Late 80s, 90s.
But the Mandalorian series is new, last couple of years. So.
Oh, wow. Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Katie plays Metroid. All right. We got somebody out there who knows what Metroid is. Boma, the music is a remix cover of Spaghetti Western for a few dollars more and fistful of dollars. That's cool. It is a good intro song. You got to admit that song is pretty cool. Yeah. So you got a fellow Metroid person out there.
No.
What's that?
Probably not.
What's that?
Could they possibly be written by the same people? And
No,
not at all.
No,
not at all.
Okay. So
although Dave Filoni is a nerd and probably played the games too.
Okay. I don't want to keep our special
I know
guest.
you don't want to keep them waiting.
You could stick around. You're going to leave?
No, last time this happened, I just sat here and did nothing. So this will be basically the same equivalent as me sitting here for a special guest appearance. I'll send my replacement up though.
Well,
if he even wants to.
Well, I'd probably maybe later. Okay. As mentioned, we might have a special guest, and that special guest is here. So without further ado, special guest, Hollywood Crawford. Woo, look at that.
We are still at dinner, but we're just finishing our dessert, and I wanted to pop on because I think you're probably going to be logging off soon. So we are at Cinderella's Royal Table.
Nice. So you got to, I don't want to take up a lot of your time, obviously,
because
like you said, you're finishing up dinner. But so how's your trip been so far?
It's been really good. The first couple of days we were freezing. It was when we would start out in the parks in the morning, it'd be about 40 degrees.
Oh,
so that's really cold for us Californians. So, but today was perfect. It was so beautiful, low 70s, just
nice.
Yeah. So, actually got to wear shorts today, and yeah, it was really nice. So I anticipate it's still going to be nice outside, but the wait times today at Magic Kingdom they would be posted and say like 45 minutes, and it would probably be about 15 minutes. Hi, Jack.
Holly says hi.
Hi, Holly.
Hi.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot too, is that people have been saying that the wait times posted are about twice as long or longer than actual, which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's nice. A nice surprise. Yeah. And then a lot of things were like walk on. Most everything, I think the longest we waited was like, 20 minutes, I'm thinking?
That's not bad.
How long? Yeah.
Holding a microphone.
That was for Jungle Cruise, and that was about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that takes a little bit of time to load and unload. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing, too, is we've been arriving at the parks about an hour before they're opening, and they're letting us in and letting us ride rides. So before the parks are even officially opened, we've already done all the big rides.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. So this morning before it was even officially opened, we had already rode Seven Dwarfs, Space Mountain, and what else? And Peter Pan before it was even 9 o'clock.
Well, I wonder, I mean, they just announced about this early theme park entry thing, but it's only a 30-minute, extension, and it's at all 4 parks. They haven't announced when that's going to start yet. So I wonder if maybe they're trying to, test it out with you guys.
Maybe. And then we went to Epcot and we weren't even sure. It was our first day was Epcot. So we weren't sure because I had seen somebody else posting and saying that they got in early. So we're like, let's just try it. What's it going to hurt? Because they didn't open till 11. So we got there at 10 and sure enough, we walked right on Test Track and Frozen and it was great. So that's been really good. So we're calling it the secret hours. It's not like early morning or magic, it's secret hours.
Well, the secret is now out. Thanks. You just announced it to our vast millions of people watching tonight.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we just let the cat out of the bag there. So,
I know. Mary's commenting here. She says, I don't think they have a handle on the distancing and cleaning. I'm not sure what she means by that exactly.
I honestly say that the lines how they are, it's nice because it's separate, you don't have the people right up on you anymore. And so it's actually kind of nice how they have the lines all separate, 6 feet apart. But it's funny because you're constantly kind of doing a dance, are they moving up or are they not? Are they moving up? Are they not? So it's kind of funny in that sense. But the cleaning, I'm constantly seeing people cleaning, but I don't know about how often they're cleaning the rides. I have yet to see them stop a ride and clean it, so I don't know about that.
Here's what anyway, Katie says that she loves your ears.
Oh, thank you, Katie.
And Mary, what she was talking about, she said for the wait time, she doesn't think they have a handle on how long distancing takes.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. But yeah, so you just, do you have anything good to eat tonight did Cinderella come visit? How did they work that out?
Yeah, I've never been here before, so I don't know what it was like before. But yeah, she just came out and kind of she stayed really far away. So I have a picture. But
she do this kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. So she just kind of went to the back here and just kind of waved and did some sort of little bow and dance and thing. But yeah, the meal was pretty good. We have play and we have way too much dessert here. We actually got a box to take it home or take it back to the resort. So, but we've had some really good food on this trip. So that was one of the things we really wanted to do since we didn't have kids with us this time.
Oh.
So we wanted to do some reservations. So for lunch we had Skipper's Canteen, and that was pretty good. Not something I would have normally eaten, but because it was a little bit different food, but it was actually really good. So
yeah, we went there once a few years back. It was actually maybe about 6 months or so after they opened it.
Okay.
And people said that they hated the menu. They've changed the menu there probably 2 or 3 times now.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't know what the new menu.
Yeah, it was. What did they say? It was African, and I don't know. It was so it was a little bit different of food, but it was still really good. And then the lady next to us that was sitting at a table next to us bought our appetizer for us. So that was really sweet. Yeah, nice. She was a cast member at Epcot, and we just were chatting and saying we were here with no kids for our anniversary, and so she picked up our appetizer for us.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Mary says, eat the dessert in a couple hours.
Yeah,
so.
I will.
And
I was just telling Mary I'm nervous because the park closed 2 hours ago, and I'm like, "Are we going to have a bus home?" And she said, "Yeah, they'll take care of us."
Yeah, I was wondering when you said you were having dinner at Cinderella's royal table, and I was like, "Boy, that's sort of late." I wonder what time the park closes, how long it's going to be there.
So it's after 9 already. So I'm hoping to get a nice picture of the castle with nobody around when we leave right now.
That'd be cool. Katie's asking where you guys are staying on this trip.
We're staying at Saratoga Springs.
Okay. Yep. That's we did a week there once a while back.
Yeah, it's a little too big. We're discovering this time, especially because there's no transfers in between the resort. So to walk like to the front is like last night we ate dinner there because we were exhausted, and it was a really far walk. So I didn't have to do it. My husband did. We got it, which was nice.
Yeah, it looks like Mary's saying that she canceled at that probably at the Cinderella's Castle.
She's probably talking about Skipper's Canteen. Yeah, because it.
Oh no. Yes, Skipper. You're right. Skipper Canteen. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right though. I mean, we stayed at Saratoga. We were at one of the buildings. It's hard to explain exactly because, like you said, it is spread out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Probably the opposite end of the resort from where the buildings are that are near Disney Springs. Like we were on the other side.
That's where we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was
so
like
we thought we were going to be able to take like the friendship boats at least, and no, there's no friendship boat. So that was a big disappointment. So the first night we walked all the way. We checked in, walked all the way to our room with our luggage, and then walked all the way back to the front because we thought we can get the boats. And there was no boat, so then we had to walk all the way to we were tired.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think there was a bus that picked up near where we were.
Yes.
But again, like we were talking about earlier on the show, we usually drive. So we don't normally use the bus. But I think one time we tried the bus. But we had to walk, I think, from the room. I think then we went past, there was one of those quiet pools near us. It wasn't real quiet. It was a smaller pool. And then we walked along the main pool. And then that took us to the main building.
Exactly.
And then if you wanted to take the boat to get to Disney Springs, then you walked around and you sort of went like around a golf hole or something, and and then picked up the boat there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're disappointed that there's no boats because that's fun to take them too.
Yeah. Yeah. T9 is saying I like the usual, or she likes the unusual menu.
Yeah, it is really unusual, but it was a nice change, something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember what we ate there. I liked it, but it was, like you said, it was very different. Very different. So that's cool, though. So they're opening the parks about an hour early, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Which that's a nice little secret to have stumbled upon.
Exactly, especially for Epcot because they don't open till 11. So to get there at 10 with still sleeping in, well, not for us because of the time change, but still early. So it was good.
Yeah. Oh, king of the bus. But so what's on your slate for tomorrow?
We are coming back to Magic Kingdom tomorrow, but I don't know. We did most everything today because we weren't anticipating no lines. So there's only like 2 things we didn't do. It's a Small World and
you got to do that.
Buzz Lightyear one. But I think we did everything else. So obviously we'll repeat, and then we'll get to do some shopping and stuff tomorrow. So, and I actually think we might slip in.
Okay. What is your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, Jack?
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. So,
yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow, Jack.
You got to do that. Do that one take a ride for Jack.
Okay, we will.
A ride on what?
On Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger.
Yes.
Ben? You like that one? He's like off the screen. You can move in here a little bit. So so you're okay. So just the 2 of you on this one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. And the kids have started back to school today, although it's just on the computer. But so lucky
that's
for
nice.
us.
Nice. We did. I was actually talking about that on the show earlier. My wife and I. As far as I can remember, since probably 1987 when we had our first kid. We've been to Disney as a couple without any kids one time.
Wow.
So,
yeah, this will probably be our one and only. Besides Disneyland, obviously, because that's easier.
Oh, yeah.
Is local, but yeah, I can't imagine when we would do this again just as a couple. Not for a long time, but it's nice.
Is this like a special event thing?
Well, our anniversary is next month.
Okay.
So it just happened to come up because we had it for the timeshare for Saratoga, and it came up, the date was available, and we're like, yeah, we can just use it as an early anniversary. So not really, just an excuse.
That's good. That's good.
Right.
So you got to get the buttons. You got to say I'm celebrating, or one of those kind of things.
We didn't even think of that. We'll have to do that tomorrow.
Get some buttons. Yeah, go to town hall as you walk in.
Right.
Get some buttons. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The one time we went, and I can't remember why. We went down there. We told them, we're WDWpov, and we, we're doing some stuff, and we started talking about that. By the way, I got to at least give you a quick plug. Grand Circle Tour podcast. You guys are on Tuesday nights.
Yes.
At 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, so I might be on live tomorrow.
Cool. I'll try and catch that. So you have a whole good group of people there, and Stan too. I like the rest, Stan. But yeah, we went the one time, and one of the cast members we were talking about buttons, the pins. And they just kept bringing out pin after pin after pin. And we're like, so we ended up getting probably about 10 or 20 extra pins they gave us.
Oh.
So I try to, once in a while, I try and give one out to.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
As a gift or whatever, as a little extra perk or something. But
yeah,
I still probably got about 8 pins left from that one trip.
Wow.
Yeah, see if you can do that.
I will have to ask.
A mushroom house.
And I saw people wearing them today. I didn't even cross my mind. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow.
You got to. So when did you get there? Was it yesterday?
We got here Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we only have a couple days left. We got to get home.
Yeah. That's it.
I have my aunt that lives in Florida. She's going to come Wednesday morning and then just stay one night to see us. So that will be nice.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's always good to meet family and friends while you're on the trip.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I hate bringing up bad news, but I'm assuming you guys took the Magical Express.
I know. I saw that. That's crazy. That's what we were actually talking to the cast member about that bought our appetizer today. She says that it's just crazy that they're doing that. I don't know. I know a lot of people are really upset about that already.
We were just debating on, why they're doing it. I don't know. I mean,
somebody mentioned that maybe they think the train will be done by then.
Yeah, but we talked about.
Why did they say that?
Would you want to take the train from the airport, load up the bags in the train, unload it at Disney Springs, because that's where the train's going to let off, load them back up onto a bus? No.
And especially like for us, when we take the kids, next time we come, we'll probably have the kids. And so we're going to rent a car, have to look for a huge Uber. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what they're thinking, especially because it's built into the prices of the rooms. The rooms aren't cheap. So
Jack likes to put I
know, I'm like, that looks so crazy with the green screen.
Yeah, he always likes to try and find some green things to put up on the screen just to make them look see-through. But yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I hope they reconsider. We don't use it a lot ourselves because typically we drive, but that's a great convenience.
Especially for those with small children, then they have to worry about a car seat. So I don't know, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Anyway, your family just left, or your husband just left, so.
I know there's only one other table in here, so I'll probably have to.
Oh my goodness.
Go, but
that's
having me come on real quick. Sorry, I couldn't come on earlier.
No. It was perfect timing because we were just finishing up our topic of good and bad news from Disney. We just finished talking about the buses, and then Marcus wanted to jump in with his I don't know what you call it. Basically, he was comparing the Mandalorian with what's it called? I can't even think of the game now.
I heard you talking about it. I've never heard of it. So yeah, I have no idea.
I know what it is, and I'm just drawing a blank. You know, when you do a live show, you can't think.
Right.
Oh yeah, the buttons might get you some free desserts, Steve.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. Sometimes they'll see that and they'll see you're celebrating, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, here's a little cupcake thing or whatever." So anyway,
Okay, I thought.
anyway, it was great to have you on tonight.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got to join us, even if it was for just a short while.
Thank you.
Glad you're having a good trip, and again, we'll try and catch you Grand Circle Tour tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. And
Perfect.
you're probably going to be doing a live.
Right. We'll see.
on there,
I have
so.
another reservation.
As you are in your house.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Hey, take care. We'll see you. Have a good trip.
Mushroom house.
Have a good
Bye,
rest of your
Jack,
trip.
Jack. Thank you.
Thanks.
Dad, you are in your house.
Oh, that was fun. Okay. So yeah, Mary's saying, yeah, Uber XL. Taking a luggage to Disney Springs just doesn't sound like a fun thing to do. Uber XL. Kelly's saying, I believe Disney paid for part of the train, and that is why they're cutting out the Magical Express. And that's a good point. Also trying to avoid putting 35. That was one of the things that, again, as we sort of talked about, the way they're trying to bring back like the extra magic hours, which are not extra magic hours, but now early theme park entry. That doesn't have a very good ring to it. They got to come up with a new name for that. Extra theme park entry, or early theme park entry. I'm sorry. They need to come up with a better name. But yeah, Kelly, I had thought about that in line with what we were talking about is, these new things that they're trying to sort of bring back. They're doing it with that in mind, that they don't want to generate large crowds. They don't want to have people packing themselves in. Metroid. Thank you, Mary. Again, when you're doing a live, it's like your brain just disappears on you. So what's up, man?
Good. A mushroom house.
You don't play Metroid, do you? Have you ever played Metroid?
What's Metroid?
With Marcus? No, I guess you haven't played it then.
No.
That's one of the games Marcus plays every now. Used to anyway.
Dad, you are in your house.
Katie says, I got in front of the line for my birthday because it was Soren and I had birthday button. There you go. See, the buttons do help once in a while. They do definitely help. Yes, but yeah, Grand Circle Tour. That's Holly's with the Grand Circle Tour Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see, or mouse ears, ice cream, happy anniversary. Oh yeah, happy anniversary, Holly and hubby. Hope they're having a good time. Sounds like they're having a good time so far. Got a couple more days to enjoy. She was wishing them well as far as that goes. Mary says the way they have to do buses now is not profitable. Yeah, because they can only have, I don't know how many seats out of the bus going to have. Maybe a quarter of the seats filled, maybe 30% roughly. I don't know. No matter what, it's not. It's looking like this is going to keep going on for the foreseeable future. So they're making a decision to do something about it. But yeah, the train deal. I don't know. If you got a train coming in from the airport, Disney Springs is not the place, and you're not going to have a train delivering to every single resort. You know that. Kelly, it's a Grand Circle Tour is the name of the group. So if you want to jump over there, there you go. Mary's mentioning it there. There we go. Katie says she likes your shirt.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes, Grand Circle Tour podcast. They have a Facebook group as well. So yeah. So if you're looking for something to do on a Tuesday night, there's an option for you. So anyway, it was nice having Holly on tonight. I was glad she could make it in. Perfect timing. It was completely, the timing on this was completely unplanned. We had messaged back and forth a little earlier today, not much, maybe around 7:00 or so. And I said, hey, maybe if you get a chance, you might join the show. And she said, maybe after dinner. And so it was nice. It was nice she could jump on there for a little bit. T9, my birthday is this month, but I'm celebrating in September when I go. You know what, T9? Usually we will stretch it out for the month. Like, Marcus's birthday is in December. It's just before Christmas. And on the few trips we've been there, early December, we've celebrated his birthday. Jack, his is in October. We've been to Disney plenty of times in October, so he gets covered there all the time. We've been to, also my wife's birthday is October, so she's covered. We have our anniversary in September. We go a lot in September in the past, so that's covered. My birthday is actually this Thursday, January 14th. So we've been on a number of Disney trips in January, so I get covered for that. Marcus is about the one who loses out the most, though, because with the December 23rd birthday, we're not at Disney nearly as much in December as other months. But what's Callum saying? They have to balance. Yeah, they do. They have to balance the book somehow to, and if they're only filling up the buses, maybe a quarter to a third to a half, that's just not very economical. Let's see. So T9, happy birthday later this month. I don't know exactly what day it is, but yeah. And Bomo's saying, yeah, Mears has taken a big hit with their cash flow as well as a number of companies, unfortunately, this year. And again, yes, Holly from Grand Circle Tour Magical Ticket Holders is the entire name if you're looking for it. Callum says, I don't think we will be back for 5 to 10 years.
The car out of gas.
Ooh, that's a long time. We haven't been there for 2.5 years, and that's already eaten away at us. We've been trying to get back there. So, yeah, there's the, yep, there it is. That's the Facebook group, Grand Circle Tour Podcast.
The car out of gas.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. And thank you, Katie. Let's see what else we got here. Sheila says, and mine is the 13th of January. That's right. I forgot, Sheila. You're like right next to. So yours is on Wednesday. Mine is on Thursday. That's cool. T9 says, I never get to celebrate my birthday at Walt Disney World because my mother had the bad decision to have me during tax season. What was your mother thinking? And your father, for that matter. Yeah, it's a big tax year. Yeah, this is a big year for me, and by golly, I'm celebrating at Walt Disney World. Do it in September, whatever day you get there. You know what? Actually, Katie saying happy birthday. No, October 1st. Yes, we're still trying to swing that. It could be like a joint WDWpov monorail tales. Could be like a super. Apparently, he thinks it's funny. Possibly we could make this into a big super group, meetup, mashup type thing. So, could have some fun. Here's the thing. Okay, T9, you're joking around about your birthday. Here's the thing. Jack. What's so funny?
The car out of gas. From Onward.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that doesn't sound funny. I don't want my car to be out of gas. But okay, T9, here's what happened one year when we were down at Disney. My son, David, we were going like restaurant.
We might be out of gas.
Don't want to be out of gas. We went restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. And
but
he
it says it's
jokingly
full.
would tell the cast member, the server, that it was his unbirthday. From Alice in Wonderland. So, and it wasn't his birthday. He kept saying, I'm celebrating my unbirthday. And I would say probably 3 out of 4 or maybe more of the restaurants we went to brought him a free dessert, a cupcake, some candles on, like a little dessert or a brownie thing or something. Almost every one of them, at least 3/4 of them, brought him something just for saying it was his unbirthday. So keep that in mind. If anyone out there, you don't have a birthday on any of the days you normally go to Disney, tell them it's your unbirthday. Might work. So, oh my goodness. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what's Kelly saying. Yeah, they send everyone that is staying at a resort a public bus ticket. They go to TTC and Disney Springs bus station is not actually in the Springs too, and then take a bus from there. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun either though. Yeah, Kelly, yeah, me too. And the park's actually July 2019, and it's been too long. Yeah, ours was September 2018. It was our last, way too long. Mary says she might be there too for the 50th. That would be cool. You know what, Mary? We've been talking about this. We've been trying to work on getting some kind of design for a t-shirt or something similar, probably t-shirts and things like that. With a WDW POV logo, but we don't technically have a real WDW POV logo per se. So we're trying to figure out, what's the best way to maybe make something that represents the group and have some shirts and stuff ready to go. So we'll see. If you got any ideas. In fact, maybe we'll make that, maybe we'll say, we'll do something. Maybe we'll have a prize and we can say, whoever comes up with some winning design for shirts for our group, or just do it for the fun of it. We'll see what we could do. Yeah, super group meetup. That would be fun. Let's see. My birthday is in September, and that is when we go. Perfect, Mary. T9 says she's not joking. I know you're not joking. I don't blame you. Celebrate your birthday. Do it whatever month you want. September, October, November, doesn't matter to me. You just got to do what you got to do. Let's see. Yeah, Callum's going a little bit about the magic starting to go and a lot of money. Yeah, it's tough all around. The whole thing is all not good, but I'm going to be optimistic and say we're on an upward trend. Keep moving forward. Let's not move backwards, I hope, anymore. Yeah, Katie will be there for the 50th, so I'm hoping we can be there. We got it. I still got the job situation going on. Got some money to make. Got some bills to pay, but we have reservations. We have the dates set aside. So see what happens. Yeah, definitely have to be there. We got to try. Oh, what you got there? That's
Beware, Dad.
What's that? That's Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Beware, Dad.
I know. Why don't we have a logo? I mean, we've got sort of the logo, like at the top of the screen here. Let me see if I can point.
I want to know what
I got to point. There we go. Like that's not a logo though. I mean, I just basically put a little pic collage thing together like 4 years ago.
I want to know what you were talking
each
about.
Of the parks.
Beware, Dad.
So we need a logo. That's what we need.
I want to know what you were talking about. Beware, Dad.
Oh, okay. Some channel called Triple P makes Disney logos. Okay, maybe I'll give it that a shot. I'm actually going to jot that down.
I want to know what you were talking about.
We're talking about trying to make it to Disney. Would you like to do that?
Yes, Dad.
Dad's got to make some money first, okay?
Okay.
We've got to get some bills paid. Anyone see about Tom Hanks is going to be doing the voiceover for Carousel of Progress? Really? I did not see that, Callum. Where did you happen to see that? Was that on Facebook, or did you happen to catch that on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, somewhere out there? That's interesting, though. Carousel of Progress. Yeah, let's all be honest. I mean, Carousel of Progress is great. I love the ride. But that last room definitely needs to be redone. When you got, video discs and things like that, and you got the gaming thing with the goggles on, it looks like it was maybe 10 years ago or something. Yeah, we do. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much.
A big green guy putting his feet on the chair.
We are. We also pray for you guys all the time too, Kelly, and we appreciate that a lot.
The funny part from Onward.
Yeah, we are booked. Mary's booked. I think we're booked for like 1 day after that extra 2-day park ticket deal runs out.
Would you mind not putting your feet?
So if we can do it, we might try to like redo the booking and back it up one more day.
Would you
see if we
mind
can
not
get those
your
extra
feet
2
on?
days. That would be cool.
Would you mind not putting your feet on?
T9 says, yeah, okay. The cheap printing press on eBay. Yes, we'll look for that. Go ahead and send us the link to that, and we'll just get the printing press churning. And I used to, you know what? Let's see. I heard, saw about Tom Hanks on Facebook. Okay, so Katie saw that too. Interesting. But yeah, they got to redo that last room at Carousel of Progress. Callum says it's about to have a revamp, I believe. Yeah, at least the last room. The first rooms, they're pretty much timeless. Maybe they'll redo it. Maybe they'll spread the timing out a little bit or something. I don't know. But that last room definitely needs some help. Description, welcome to Triple P. It's got an asterisk and his logo is an umbrella. Okay, Triple P, Disney logo, asterisk. Okay, cool. I got it written down here, Bomo. Thank you for that. What are you laughing about again?
I'm laughing about the part from Onward when I'm doing.
Oh, you're doing Onward still? Which
Yes.
part are you doing now?
The big green guy putting his feet on the chair.
Oh, that's why you just put your feet on my chair. That's what you're doing. That way you can make money. Just don't get caught. What? Oh, yeah, printing press. You know what, T9? Actually, years ago, now we're going back to high school. I had an art class or something. I had straight A's going in there, and I think I got a B in this stupid art class or whatever. But part of it was we had to design and do a silk screen on shirts, and I did. You had like this film. You had
Would you mind
cut
not
away.
putting your feet on?
Using an X-Acto blade type thing, and you cut your design out, and you had several different design cutouts for the different colors you were going to silk screen. And I did. I don't even remember what I did now, to be honest, but
Would you mind not putting your feet on?
that's apparently from Onward. But yeah, I did the silk
Yes.
screen, and you would put one thing on, you'd run the paint across with this squeegee thing, then you'd pick that up, you put the next one down, you'd put the next color on, you'd squeegee it on there, and you did each one. You had to wait for the previous one to dry. But yeah, so I've done silk screening. So yeah, maybe I could pull out that old silk screening talent, and if I can get a logo, maybe I can make them up myself. Nah. Yeah, see, Katie says, I was on the Carousel of Progress when one of the animatronics stopped working. I hope he didn't just fall over or anything, but that would be bad. Okay, Callum says, justdisney.com has the story on the Carousel of Progress with Tom Hanks redoing the voice. I'm going to miss I got to be honest, I'm going to miss hearing the old voiceover guy. It's classic. Let's see. It says, what is getting
A spoon
done to
with
it?
holes
Okay,
in the
so-
bowl of soup.
So justdisney.com says what's going on with Carousel of Progress. We're going to have to look at that after the show here tonight. Steve says everybody needs to watch past YouTube videos for Jeff. Yes, thank you. So I can get up to that 4,000 hour mark. I'll tell you what, Steve, our numbers have been climbing for the last probably 2-3 months now. They've been on a steady climb back to that 4,000 mark. We have to have 4,000 hours for the last 365 calendar days. We had a bad spot somewhere in maybe June, July, August, September, somewhere in that time frame. And our hours dropped considerably as our subscriptions kept steadily climbing. Our hours were dropping, but they've been going up. And we just keep plugging away at that. But we appreciate whatever hours you put on her. You want to just put it on your TV and just let it run for go ahead and click on Magic Kingdom. We've got different video groupings. We have a Magic Kingdom one. We have Epcot. We have obviously
Reindeer
Animal Kingdom,
Swamp.
and we have
Reindeer Swamp.
Hollywood Studios, a couple of water park videos, and you can actually click on one of those, and it says play all, and you can actually just play it through and watch them all. So you can even just play them and then walk out the door, and you don't even have to watch them. You just go out and do some shopping or something and let it play while you're gone. Anyway, Let's see, Jack. How many times have you seen Onward?
2 times.
2 times. And when did you see it?
The last time I've seen that movie was March 2020.
And you saw it twice back then, right? You saw it twice in March?
Yes.
Like you saw it once with me, and then I think you went back one time real quick, right?
Right.
Like a week later or something.
Yes.
And then everything started getting shut down. So yeah, he went to see it twice. So he's got it memorized. He knows all the words. He could have seen it one time and he would have had the whole movie memorized from start to finish. Amazing brain in this kid's head as far as memorizing movies and lines. Yeah, you can do with a Cricut. Yeah. Make the shirts. I actually have a friend. Well, actually, it's my wife's friend has a Cricut. So yeah, check it out. I don't think $100 bills are silk screened. You need a printing press. Yes, T9, I think we would. Probably a little bit more than just a printing press. Kelly says, I liked his voice. That is the voice I imagine in my head that Walt Disney World sounded like in the World's Fair. Yeah, it probably would have sounded like Walt Disney. How far are you off the 4,000 mark? Well, probably about 1,500 hours right now. Like 2017 and 18 and 19, we were well above the 4,000 mark for the previous 365 days. Early 2020, we were still at that 4,000 mark over for the previous 365 column. And then, like I said, we had like 2, 3, maybe 4 months that were bad months, and we can't do anything about it. They already happened. So they're part of our previous 365 days. So the only way we can keep it building up is just to build up more and more watch time. I think it turns out, I think we need like about 10 or I think about 11 hours per day of watch time equates to 4,000 hours a year, roughly. And last week, we were hitting some big numbers. We were hitting like between 10 and 20,000. No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Instead of 10 or 11 hours a day, we were hitting probably close to 15 to 25 hours a day, which is pretty good for a channel of our size. And so we needed to be probably closer to like 5, 6, 7,000 hours a day to help make up for those bad days that we had for a couple of months. So another couple of months, I think we'll be there. I think we'll be there, hopefully. Let's see. And Katie has a Cricut. Yeah, those things are amazing. We do it for our 4-H club. Our friend does, she prints out, letters and stuff that we put up on the board for our 4-H club. Everybody's got a Cricut. I feel like we're the only ones who don't have a Cricut. Everybody's got a Cricut. Katie's got a Cricut. T9's got a Cricut. I mean, come on.
Huh? What the?
Callum, do you got a Cricut? Mary's got a Cricut.
Huh? What the?
What the? So anyway, we do appreciate the watch time that you guys could do on our YouTube channel.
Huh? Because it's funny, though. Huh?
Every little bit helps. We do appreciate that. Wait, Mary said, wait. I thought Mary said she had a Cricut.
Huh? Because it's funny, though.
Oh, Mary was saying we could do it on a Cricut. She doesn't have a Cricut. Got it. Okay.
Big City Greens.
But she wants one though. Okay. Yeah.
Huh? What the?
We need a Cricut. They're not cheap though, from what I hear. Okay, so are you ready to close out this show?
Yes.
It's getting a little late for you. It's probably getting close to bedtime, huh?
Yes, it is. Spiders crawling on Cricket's grandma.
Spiders crawling on Cricket's grandma. What was that on?
Big City Greens.
Big City Greens. Big City Greens. That's a pretty cool show. That's a Disney show, right?
Right.
That's on Disney Plus. Big City Greens. Not a bad one at all. Katie, good night. Sweet dreams to you as well. You ready? Ready to sing this song out here? Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KEY, why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Oh my goodness. Good night, everybody. Have a magical week. And again, thank you so much for watching tonight and all the nights that you guys have been on over the past. It's been years. It's been a couple of years we've been doing this. It's unbelievable. 2-3 years now we've been doing live streams. Almost 5. We're going to be coming up on a 5-year anniversary for our group. 2016. 2016 was when we. Wow, it's just starting to hit me now. We're probably going to be. It'll be 5 years coming up. I think it's in February. I think it's like late February is when WDWpov popped into my head. Literally, we'll talk about it. Probably for an anniversary show. But yeah, 5 years it'll be. But it's been about 2 to 3 years now. We've been doing, these live stream shows, and even longer since we've been doing live streams like in the parks and other stuff. So yeah, we'll do a special. We'll have to do a special, Katie, a 5-year special. And I still, how many episodes have we done? I don't know. I've lost count. Because we didn't have we had an official first episode. Then we had some live streams that we did from the parks, which I don't know if I really count as episodes or not, but they were shows and we did them from the parks. And then we started doing sort of the regular thing on Monday nights on a more regular basis. We'd have a few weeks off, then we do another show. I'm going to have to go back and actually count them. I got to say we're over the 100 mark for sure. Yeah, I got it out. So, once I do that, I'll count them all up. I'll count them all up. Oh, Kelly says it saved her sanity several times in the last 14 months. That Katie, I appreciate that. I mean, Kelly, I'm sorry. Kelly. Yeah, I know. I don't know exactly what you've gone through. I know some, but Tina has got I'm old. But that's I'm just so happy to. That's nice. I'm glad to hear that. That the show is helping somebody out there. That's cool. So yeah, wow, Sheila. I can't believe it myself. So 5 years coming up, I think in late February. And I'll count up the episodes. I'll count them up with and without the live streams from Disney World, and we'll see how many we're up to. And then from that point on, maybe I can actually start putting, instead of just saying it's the January 11, 2021 episode of the WDWpov live stream, I'll actually put episode 110 or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, going to have to count those episodes, definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kelly. Thanks for sharing your life with us. And again, like I said, we keep you in our prayers constantly. So, and thank you for praying for us too. Because yeah, like I said, you guys know it's been a bit of a bad job situation going on the last several months now, but we're working through it and looking for that big door to open up. God's always got a door out there waiting to open. So just waiting for that door, and I know it's going to be an awesome one. So anyway, what's that? I'm done. Marcus is asking why I'm still going here. Okay. Anyway, good night, everybody. You want to say good night?
No.
Okay. Marcus just took Jack to bed here. So anyway, thank you, Katie. Thank you very much for that as well. So with that, take care. Everybody have a magical week. And we will see you next Monday night. Oh, you know what? Take that back. Might not see you next Monday night. I actually have a possible thing going on that will take me out of town. Actually, I got a couple of these out of town things going on here. But next Monday night, I'm going to be on the road a bit. Might not get home till a little later than normal. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe do a show, maybe not. I'm just giving you a warning right now. So, yeah. And it is next Monday is a holiday too. So, yeah, I know it's weird. I was surprised that this thing that I'm doing got booked on next Monday, but it did. And, you know, got to do what you got to do sometimes. So, anyway, good night, everybody. Maybe we'll see you next Monday night. Maybe not, but have a magical week. And if we don't see you next Monday, we'll see you the following Monday. And just take care and God bless and have a wonderful week.